I like the idea of single batch too. Like this batch was only a batch. Welcome once again to Chill Filter, the podcast where we drink whiskey so you don't have to, but you probably should. You probably are. Hey, that's why we like you. Before we get into today's episode, before we get into history or talking, shooting the breeze, all that stuff, let's talk about some business. Hey, it is the beginning of the third month, if you know what I mean, or the first month of threes. I don't know, quarterly. We send out quarterly drink along samples. And if you were to hop on Patreon this month, you would definitely be getting in on this month's 3 months. I don't know how to say it, but this quarter's drink along samples. Yeah. Trio of good stuff. So we got SAS 100. You'll find that at a bar, maybe $12 a pour, minimum $12 a pour. That being said, you're only paying $10 a month for that, or a minimum $10 a month on Patreon. And then what else we got? We got a Dad's Hat Rye, like a specific pick for that looked really yummy. And then what else? What was our third?
Jay Henry,
the Armagnac finish, the La Flamme, and it was a pick too. I mean, come on, guys.
Yeah, we were at Jay Henry and we sampled many a thing, and the La Flamme was, other than the straight from the barrel stuff we tried, the La Flamme was our absolute favorite of everything else. So I'm excited to try that again.
You could go to a bar once a month and pay $20, or you could be on patreon.com/chillfiltered and pay $10 a month. No more, not even tax. I think there might be tax. I don't even know how it works. Is there tax? There's probably tax.
Actually, I don't think so.
Nice. And you can get pours with the buddies, including myself and Bryan on YouTube Live. We drink with our peeps. That's what we do once a month. Most of you know that are listening right or watching right now. That's how we do it. That's the business for this week. It was a long business, but you got to go into it sometimes for the newbies. It's not a problem. We love you guys. Bryan, I'm going to tell you what I'm entry buzzing on, and then we can talk. I had 2 fantastic gifts this Christmas in the whiskey department. I don't know if I got more than that in the whiskey department, like actual whiskey bottles.
Yeah,
I don't think I did, which is fine. But those 2 whiskey bottles are phenomenal. I got an Octomore 10-year from Bryan this year. That was like, and I can't. Like, that's one of those bottles that you're like, yeah, it's Octomore, but it's one of the like distillery only ones, right? Like that was the thing. It's like they only do age stated ones, distillery only, and some. So it's such a cool like bottle, but it's also a really cool conversation starter when you're like showing off your shelf. So I'm really excited about that one. But I decided that I would be drinking for the entry buzz today, the Scotch Malt Whiskey Society, or what is it? The single? I don't even remember.
No, you got it. It's Scotch Malt.
Yeah, Scotch Malt Whiskey Society. They had a Glen Grant barrel that is just amazing. So shout out to the Whiskey Shaman, who no longer has a show called the Whiskey Shaman Podcast. He has a show called Whiskey Off Topic Whiskey.
Yeah, I know. I was like, dang it, what is it? It's still brand new. It is Off Topic Whiskey.
Yeah, check it out wherever you get your podcast and on YouTube's.
Yeah,
and if he is awesome, doing awesome things, and
if
he's off topic just like we are.
If you were previously listening to him, it's just right there for you. The name changed, nothing else changed.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about it. We were also talking about the word outrun before this.
Bottle
and
outrun?
We found out that's not really a word, or at least not really a phrase or a combination of words besides outrunning someone on a track. We've talked about this with like, what's the bottle outrun for, Found North bottles? Like how many bottles is the output of this batch? And we kind of found out that we had been misreading and semi-mispronouncing what is called outturn. You'll see it right there on my bottle, right there. Outturn of 1 of 207. So did I get bottle number 1?
Mm-mm.
No.
That is that's a SMWS thing where they are saying that bottle is one of X.
Like a fraction.
Yeah.
It's not the 2 out of 207. It is 1 out of 207. So that's
because then you'd have one bottle in each hand.
Bottle.
Yeah. A 1.5, a Magnum.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we are inaccurate and we meander, and I apologize, but hopefully you'll hang around.
That's what we're all about. Yeah.
Because we like to learn from our mistakes too. So yeah. I've been talking too much, Brian. How's things?
Yes. Yeah. Shut up. What, dude? That glass. What the heck, man? Look at that glass.
Living the Waterford snifter life.
Dang.
I thought it would work with the Scotch, but it is like the problem with the snifter is it works for like brandy or Armagnac or something like that. It can be overpowering for a whiskey, and it truly was. The nose just takes over, and not in a bad way. It's just there's too many alcohol vapors, really. So
got it, man. Yeah, that's I mean, talk about a bulbous glass hole. That's a
I was about to bring that up.
Yeah. Deep cut. You're talking about the Octomore. So the deal with that, just to be clear, there is a line of 10-year Octomores. They're always 10.
Yeah.
And that's it's like there's Octomore 1.1 and 2.1 and 3.1 all the way up to Octomore 16, I think they're at now, or something like that. 16.1. That is a whole thing entirely. And then the Octomore 10-year line is a whole thing entirely. And so they've done, I think, 6, maybe 7 releases of Octomore 10-year. So that's the differentiation there. So, I mean, you're talking about having it be part of your collection. That's super fun because it's like, especially when you get somebody over who's like, oh yeah, I've heard of Octomore. And then you're like, yeah, but have you heard of the Octomore 10-year line?
There's some to it, where you can kind of tell a cool story on something on your shelf. Like people will be like, oh, you like E.H. Taylor? I'm like, yeah, but you ever heard of the special editions? And they're like, no, I just hear about the small barrel or the single batch. And I'll be like, let me tell you something about seasoned wood, my friend. Yeah, so
I love E.H. Taylor small barrel. I love it.
Yeah, they should do that one.
They should.
Actually, they shouldn't. Knowing small barrels, they shouldn't do that.
15-gallon barrels. E.H. Taylor aged in 15-gallon barrels.
I like the idea of single batch too. Like this batch was only a batch.
Yeah. This wasn't 2 batches that we put together. It's just one.
Yeah.
Entry buzz though. What am I entry buzzing on? I'm entry buzzing on Baker's 13. I felt like it's close in age and proof because Baker's 13 is 13 and 107 proof, and what we're drinking today is 11 years and 110 proof. And on top of that, I just feel like this is a similar like level of medium to medium high, I guess, rarity Jim Beam. Like you can't always find these on the shelf. You can't always find what we're drinking today on the shelf. So yeah.
Hey, I got an interesting question for you. Has Jim Beam ever made a wheated bourbon? Am I crazy to think such a question?
You're not crazy to think such a question. Not that I can think of. And like, what's their special weird line? Maybe like Booker's Reserves, which
little book. Yeah.
There's only 2 batches out now. Like, if they made one, where would they have put it? I can't even think of anything.
Dude, whole new line. I mean, here's the thing. But I think Suntory Beam owns Maker's Mark, so that's not the same.
True.
But that'd be a really cool new product from Jim Beam,
right?
Like maybe they're trying to nail it now. I mean, it takes a few years to make a good whiskey, so maybe they're like, let's get on that wheat train.
True. Yeah, they would have had to be trying to nail it 10 years ago, though.
Yeah,
in order for it to be ready.
Yeah. We'll think of a good name. Actually, what do you call it? What do you call it when you like soon to be shout? And that, like basically, I'm like, hey, this will be sort of a cool thing we're gonna do with What Whiskey Would You Choose today. What do you call that? Like a
teaser?
Teaser. Yeah, teaser works.
Maybe?
Teaser for What Whiskey Would You Choose? Yeah.
There you go. Did you stay up until midnight on New Year's?
Oh, dude, I can't tell you the last time I stayed up till midnight. I'm so old. And like, I just don't have, like, I would love to host a New Year's Eve party, but our kids aren't in that zone right now. But like, I love entertaining, and Heather does maybe once or twice a year. We don't like to do it. I mean, we'll do it with friends, like, but entertaining parties is what I mean by that.
Yeah.
Not like having people over. But like, it'd be cool to invite, a lot of friends over and just be like, hey, like, I got a lot of whiskey. We make cocktails and just watch the ball drop on ABC or whatever the ball drops on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, although one of my last times I did watch Stay Up to Midnight was actually years ago, with Robbie and his wife. They live in Idaho, Boise in particular, and they do the potato drop there, and it is awesome.
That's right. Yeah.
So I think the last time I really stayed up was seeing Robbie and Chelsea and the girls out there in Boise, but it's been like 7 years maybe since we've done that. So I feel like kids are old now. Go ahead.
Right. If there was like a regional shtick that made it more fun, I think that hooked me into wanting to stay up. Yeah. Like in Arizona, like they drop the cactus or tumbleweed or something.
You know what they do in Tucson?
What do they do?
They do a Taco Bell taco.
What?
Yeah, you didn't know this? Yeah.
No.
At least the past few years, this is a tradition in Tucson to drop the Taco Bell like taco.
Did Taco Bell originate in Tucson?
That's a great question.
Why Taco Bell?
I don't know. And it's not like, like I get tacos in Tucson, but I don't get Taco Bell in Tucson. That's not the read I'm getting on a city like Tucson.
You know what? Maybe I bet it's like they used to just do the like taco drop, and then Taco Bell came in and was like, we'll sponsor that. So then it became the Taco Bell taco drop. I could see that.
Yeah. Unique tradition, downtown Tucson. I'll have to look into it later, but it's always fun. Like the potato drop in Boise is like amazing. So always have a good time doing that. Yeah.
Love it.
So yeah.
Dude, I'm loving Bakers. I am a Beam homer. I almost said bean homer. Yeah. I'm also a bean homer too. I love beans.
Shout out to Bush's Baked Beans.
But yeah, this Baker's 13, I could see how if it was higher proof, it would come across a little too ethanol-y and stuff. But I do think it's like a perfect proof and age point at 13,107. Good honey sweetness, good viscosity, and that peanut butter a little bit that I like.
I think Jim Beam in general, they've impressed me sometimes, but I always think it's almost like it's weird because like that's just who they are. They have some nuttiness in all their bourbons for the most part. The weird thing is I see them, like I perceive Beam as like too nutty sometimes. And I almost see it as like they cash in on the nuttiness. They're like, no, we're the nutty professor.
Lean into it.
Yeah. And I'm like, I don't think that's like a quality, like, but then that's the thing is like you go to another distillery such as Buffalo Trace, and it's always cherry apples or like apples and cherries. And to get out of that mold is hard in both these distilleries. So I just got to look at it differently.
Wheat whiskey. Yeah.
Exactly. Dude. I was drinking, Homeboy, for the secret sampler, Dan McMillan, dude, he sent me some baller pours. I haven't sipped them all, nor have I looked at them all in the legend yet, but I'm drinking one at a time. And the first thing I drank from him was a Willie LaRue from, I think, 2024. And dude, I love Willie LaRue these days. I didn't always love Willie LaRue, but lately I've been like, no, that's good. I'll tell you this from recollection, 2024 wasn't as good as 2021. What was the one that you said won? Was it 2022?
For me, when I did my blind the other day, 2023, I preferred 2023.
Good to know. And 2022 beat 2021?
Yeah, actually, nice. Sadly,
it was last.
That night, 2021 came in last place for me. Nice. I couldn't tell you why. I wasn't taking notes or anything. But then I finished it up a couple days later, because like Sam poured even levels for me, and there were different amounts in the sample bottles. So, oh yeah, it was New Year's Eve. I finished the rest of those. There were like 2 little bits of sample bottles left, and then my last bit in my 2023 bottle. So I killed my 2023 William LaRue Weller for New Year's, which was fun. I love like killing a good bottle on a holiday or for a good reason kind of thing. So it was like the perfect thing for me to do, and also get another bottle off the wall, you know. But I will say, still, like as good as much as I like 2023 and everything, I'm not sure that William LaRue Weller is for me in general. It just like it's very good, but it's just too intense. There's just like too much going on. It's too intense. And I think even when we added water, it didn't really like help very much. So I don't know.
Would you prefer like an Antique 107?
Yeah, I think in general, I would prefer Antique 107. I mean, obviously, if somebody was just giving them out, I would obviously take the William LaRue Weller and try to reassess and change my mind. But yeah, the which pour am I going to just enjoy when I'm kicking back more? Probably the Weller 107.
Yeah, that's good to know. No, I mean, with my recollection of that 21 Willie LaRue, I mean, I think it is up my alley these days. Like I said, like the first Willie LaRue I had was 2015, and it was earthy and a little too like strong to me. But those last few years have been great. I mean, including 2025 was a fantastic whiskey.
Yeah, so, and like time and a place, and everything tastes different on different days. And when we had that 2021, when we were here at my house, and like we had the perfect amount of whiskey beforehand to have primed ourselves for that, to make me, because at the time I was totally agreeing with you that like
everyone was
like pinnacle of whiskey for me. And then here I am trying it on another day, and I'm just like, this is my least favorite.
Yeah. It's how it goes. Yeah. You know what? I had something recently that I was like, this is so much better than I remember. What was it? Oh, no, it was so much different. Oh, Beacon. I tried Beacon yesterday. Shout out to Dan McMillan, baller that he is. He added that to the blinds.
Awesome.
And I liked it. At first, I thought it was Maker's Mark, though. It was weird. And then I was like, oh, I'm getting those blackberry wild turkey notes. It was interesting. I did not on a blind. I thought it was good. No, don't get me wrong. It was top notch Maker's Mark in my mind. It was like better than top notch Maker's Mark, but I still felt like it wasn't. It was probably A range, but it wasn't A plus range at all to me. But that's just me.
Yeah,
that might be your whiskey of the year, I imagine. Yeah.
Yes. Spoilers for next episode. I think we decided we're going to do the Chili's next episode. We're going to make
I wrote it down on the notes to get to next week. I promise next week, Chili's.
I promise. Yeah. Make it more of a like yours and my individual kind of favorite this, favorite that stuff. Spoiler. I think Beacon might take it. I might have to reassess one more time. Oh, that'll be fun. We can also, you and I can just be sipping onesie twosie random things that we're talking about.
Bottles.
Let me see here. I hope Beacon's in the pool, because I want to try that completely blind someday.
And Beacon, I hope that, go ahead.
It is in the pool.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I actually just saw it. Yeah.
Good.
What do you say we scooch on over to the history segment? We'll get into drinking this Hardin's Creek from Jim Beam a little bit after that.
Sounds good.
All right. See you on the other side of this break. Welcome back. Hey, we're talking Hardin's Creek Warehouse G, the Owl, from their Warehouse series. Now, really quick note to get to. Oh, look at that. It's an owl, a horned owl.
Ooh, as Emma likes to say. Ooh.
Oh. Actually, we when we decorated, I think I probably told you this. When we decorate the new incoming babies' rooms, we kind of pick an animal or like a theme. And Gray's theme in terms of flowers was daisies, and in terms of animals was owls. And then Beck's was bunnies and tulips. So,
that's very pretty. Yeah.
In fact, Sam, your sweet wife, did a commissioned drawing. Yeah, that's right, drawing with an L. I'm from Philly.
Drawing.
And by drawing, I mean like really cool. On how do you even say what she does? It's not a painting. Yeah, illustration. She's an illustrator, of course.
She is.
But anyway, she did a really great one with Beck in a field of tulips, and I thought that was beautiful. So.
Yeah, and her hair is just like a flaming golden, big, poofy, incredible.
Yeah, she did a great job. Drink along, couriering out soon for the next 3 months. If you want to be a part of that great tradition, hop on patreon.com/chillfilter, $10 tier or more. And then also for me, I think Bryan couriered out his gifters bottles already. I have to do that this week, so keep an eye out. Hardins Creek, Warehouse G, the Owl. This is not our first Hardins Creek episode. We've done 2 already. We did the Boston one, which was of their warehouse location, like series. I forget what they call it, like the location series or something like that. But we got bourbon that was from their Boston, Kentucky warehouses, and that was pretty good. And then that was episode 335. Episode 373 was Jacob's Well. So that was cool. And I thought I'd go into Hardin Creek's latest trio of releases called the Warehouse series, and go into some history in that. So when you hear the name Hardins Creek on a bottle, it's more than just a location or even a brand line. It's a philosophy, as I like to say. No, I don't like to say that, but I thought I wrote it down. It's James B. Beam Distilling Company saying, we're going to do things our way with patience and curiosity and not really worry about the trends. In a world where distilleries are, on the TikTok trends and they chase, crazy finishes or the Instagram buzz, Hardins Creek has quietly become a place for Beam to experiment with maturity, warehouse influences, and narrative-driven releases, which is very true. The story begins with the land itself. Hardins Creek isn't just a name. It's actually the geography where Jacob Beam and his descendants first settled in Kentucky. It is that creek that was surrounding all that land. It references the creek that ran through their early holdings, the same water that would shape the first generations of Beam whiskey. So when Beam resurrected the name of this series of limited place-focused, barrel-driven releases, they weren't doing it for marketing fluff. They were anchoring these whiskeys in heritage and intentional exploration. This year's trio of Hardin Creek's releases is a perfect example of that experimental spirit. The spirit of an experimental spirit, you know what I'm saying? Each bottle reflecting a different warehouse environment and unique effects it has on aging. So let's start with what we're drinking today. Normally I go with that one last, but Warehouse G, the Owl. Warehouse G sits on a distinct spot on Hardin Creek's campus where temperature variation and airflow combine in ways that encourage deep oak interaction. The nickname Owl evokes wisdom and night, fitting for a whiskey that's all about patience and balance. Beam chose barrels for Owl that show tempo and depth, mature savoriness, rich vanilla caramel, but tempered with elegant spice and wood integration. It's not screaming for attention, according to their stuff, but it's observing and whispering, they say. So Warehouse R, the next one, not the Owl, the Mushroom, they say. Mushroom is a nod to the moist, earthy conditions that Warehouse R sometimes experiences. This isn't just cute naming. The microclimate of Warehouse R promotes a different maturation rhythm. In certain seasons, humidity and cooler ambient air slow extraction and emphasize breath over punch, leading to profiles that are usually rounder, more herbal, and more forest floor in influence. For Beam, picking mushroom barrels was about capturing that earthy, grounded side of Hardin's Creek, subtle complexity born from the environment. And finally, Warehouse W, the beaver. The beaver moniker references the industrious animal that shapes landscapes, and that's exactly where what Warehouse W does on the Hardins Creek map. It shapes the whiskey's personality with consistent temperature shifts and internal airflows that coax out chewy spice and robust wood character. The beaver release tends to emphasize warmth, wood-driven cola, toasted grain, and deep spice. A whiskey that feels built, like it was worked over patiently and with a purpose.
Real quick side note.
So take
the three that you just went over. So the owl that we're drinking today, the beaver, and the mushroom, all of those are the exact same 11-year, 110 proof, interestingly.
I didn't know that, actually, in my research. That's good to know. But they're all from different places, so
yeah.
That makes sense. They're Boston, Claremont, and whatever the other one was were all the same, if I remember correctly. Taken together, these releases don't feel like random variations. They feel like a conversation between barrel and warehouse, guided by Beam's blending team. Hardins Creek isn't just a label on the bottle. It's a ground for intentional difference, where microenvironment, barrel history, and aging philosophy are the variables. That's what makes this release slate exciting. You're not just tasting 11-year barrels with different proofs of different packaging. You're drinking the same thing with just a few variables changed. So that's quite the experiment. And that's kind of the idea behind Beam's experimental stuff like this. And this is what I've grown to love about Hardins Creek, is that it is kind of like it's different than like special editions, for example, like Parker's Heritage or E.H. Taylor special editions. This is like truly more experimental, as opposed to like, sometimes I think of Parker's Heritage as like, yes, it was experimental, but it was also like we had a few of these barrels hanging around. We decided to mess with them. So it's kind of the same, but kind of different. Here's what I think of Parker's Heritage last release was like, was this experimental? The American whiskey convenient one. Yeah, or was it just convenient? Yeah, exactly. So what we're drinking today, 11-year, 110 proof, straight bourbon, Kentucky straight bourbon. Undisclosed mash bill, according to the stuff, but we could probably assume it's the Jim Beam, 75 corn, 13% rye, 12% malty bees. It was released in October of 2025. And one extra little fact I looked up: Warehouse G is 9 floors tall, very tall warehouse for Kentucky. In fact, I believe that after the Wild Turkey and Heaven Hill fires, they had to like rewrite how you build rick houses from here on. And one of them was like, you can't make it a certain height, and 9 is way too much. So it's kind of a cool thing. Yeah.
Illegally tall.
Yeah, exactly. So I think they grandfathered in with this one, but they don't make rick houses this tall anymore. So that kind of makes it cool.
I did. Go ahead. Finish up. Yeah,
total wine price $150. That's all I got. Let me pour this out.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Shout out to oh my gosh. Starts with a C. Clint. Shout out to Clint. Clint helped me obtain this. I'm not sure I ever saw this in Arizona. Maybe it got distributed in to Arizona in extremely limited quantities, but a buddy of mine in Alabama somehow magically found a way to get this bottle into my hands. So thank you very much, Clint. You've probably just heard of him. Okay. I don't think he wasn't around. He wasn't around for the barrel pick because he actually lives decently close to you, or used to. He's been all over just like you. Nice. But there was a good year or two where he was over in your Virginia area, and then now he is in the Alabama-ish area. Oh, look at that! He got this for me for $162.99. Nice. That's pretty good.
What a steal!
Not too bad. Good. You poured. Let that breathe for a sec, or sniff, or do whatever you want while I tell you I was doing a little searching. I've been wanting to check this out because there are indicators on this bottle that when I saw them, I'm like, this has to mean something.
The 9F thing.
It's not super obvious. So I'm
yours doesn't have the. Oh no, yours has the 9FL, 9 floors.
So if you're watching on YouTube, you see the owl in the middle, very pretty. Oh yeah, and the owl is somehow symbolic of the fact that the rick house is super tall and kind of overlooks everything in the surrounding area, maybe, or something.
That's cool.
But in the corners of that picture, there's a 3 on one side. There's a little compass in the other corner that I'm pointing to now. There's a leaf down here. There's a whatever that is, a C in a house, cool. And there's like bars. There's like filled up bars on this side. So I with the help of Google Gemini, I have the answer for all of these now that I will give you a brief overview on. The left side, the side with my thumb here, is like a power bar that is indicating proof. So the higher the proof, the taller the bar is filled up. And this is a good medium proof. So that's in the middle there. And the C in the house is because it's this came from the Claremont campus. Nice. There was something to do with east for this compass over here. Maybe I don't know, Claremont's to the east or something. The leaf on the bottom represents the season or microclimate of the aging process. It signifies that the environment of the warehouse, in this case the high altitude warehouse G, is influenced heavily by the natural elements and seasonal cycles. So I don't know if they like standardize this and future releases have the same kind of like power bar thing and stuff. I feel like that could be really interesting to see like a shelf of all these Hardins creeks next to each other, so that you kind of get a graphical representation of what each one might be like. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that's cool. All right, nose.
Yeah, hit me.
It's not super nutty. It's definitely bourbony kind of notes. Not too sweet on the nose. And kind of reminds me of Booker's, but not too nutty.
Yeah. Do agree. It comes across like a proof down Booker's. I'll also agree, not too nutty. The thing that I expected more of a flavor nose punch, and it wasn't there. So like I went in for a second sniff really quick and really got in there on the second sniff. Like there's definitely some nice tame, oaky, buttery flavors, nose flavors that are down there. But it's really not punchy on the nose.
So this is older than Booker's, but lower proof than Booker's. Because Booker's is typically like 6 to 8 years typically. Right. Yeah. And this is on the palate, it's actually nice and sweet, balanced sweet, not too sweet, not too dry, but it really brings in a little bit of nuttiness, but not too much. I like it, but it's not blowing my mind. That's all I gotta say so far.
That's a perfect hot take. First sip hot take. I totally agree. It leaves me wishing that the palate was stickier and more oily. It just kind of I'll start with the finish notes, I guess. It thins out like there's a dry wood finish. And there's really little peanuts and there's really little sweetness. Like some of my more favorite Bookers hit way harder than this on thick, dense, oily, mouth coaty flavors, mouth coaty Clark flavors. This is this is really just like a tame, thinned out Bookers, which I like you said, I don't hate, but it does kind of leave me wanting a little bit.
Here's a thought. Well, actually, have you ever had smoked hams or whatever? What that like epic, huge? You know the one I'm talking about. The people are like, "Dude, you haven't had salted ham or whatever."
It's
Booker's nickname. I want to say it was like 2018 or something.
Honey baked
2021.
ham.
Yeah, honey baked
ham.
Something like that. Have you ever had that one?
No. I haven't had any Bookers.
Would you seek it out?
No, honestly,
people rave about it, dude. Like, at least not like a bottle.
I'm sure it's great. I just can't imagine that it's so much better than a normal Booker's that I should go that far out of my way for it.
Dude, I'll tell you what you need to go out of your way for. At least a sample is that Booker's Rye. Man, that was good.
Funny you mention it.
Oh, yeah? You found one? Or a sample?
I found one. It's right here in this glass.
Are you serious? That's so cool, dude.
That I'm saving for later.
Dude, yeah, I got to try that at the bar I used to work at. Dude, it was, look at that little sample. That's crazy. Yeah, you're gonna love it.
I've never seen a sample bottle this small, and that is not me being not appreciative. It's just the cutest sample bottle I've ever seen. But a huge, ginormous shout out to Cody Clark for sending me
that. Dude, what a baller to not only have a bottle like that. Okay, never mind.
Double baller, because he does not have a bottle of this.
He worked it for you.
This was a sample that he had gotten from somebody else, and this was the remainder of his sample that he let me have. So yes, thank you, humongous thank you.
I love that guy.
So here towards the end, after I've really primed my palate, I will sip that Booker's Rye here in a little bit.
So good. Mm-hmm. And it was okay. I won't give anything away, but if I want to hear your notes, but I remember a few good notes that I had from the Booker's Rye.
For sure.
Yeah. I wonder, what do you think that's running? At least $3,000 now?
$2,000. Only $2,000. But I'm also in the middle of it works with for a big old bottle split of Booker's Rye.
Nice. That'd be cool.
Yeah, for sure. So like, everybody gets 2 ounces and it's like 12 guys. So we'll probably all get together and all drink it on the same day or something.
So what's the price per cut?
Yeah, like 1,900 over 25.3, whatever that is.
Yeah, price per like ounce. $75 or a little more, maybe.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's any bar price for that.
Yeah. I did just sip Baker's 13 real quick. And there is definitely way more peanuts on Baker's than there are on Hardin's Creek. So if you're a Beam peanut homer, maybe don't pick up a Hardin's Creek Owl thinking you're going to get hecka peanuts on it. But I'm trying to decide which one I like.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to decide which one I like better, Baker's 13 or Hardin's Creek. So I'll do that now while you're talking.
I did the water pour. I actually like the water pour. It's nice and sweet. I think it might even be better than the neat pour. The sweetness is really well balanced. Sometimes you can get on a Jim Beam product, whether it be Booker's or Knob Creek or something like that, you can get the sweet and the nutty are off balance. And it's all up to your own personal subjection or subjectiveness or whatever. But I like the balance here. It's sweet and it doesn't have like any dryness to it, but it's not overly sweet. And the nuttiness works well. It's not like sometimes on a Booker's, you can get way too nutty or you can get way too sweet and the nuttiness is like drying it. It's a weird mix, but I like the balance of this one. Still not blowing my mind, but it's still good.
Yeah. At this moment, after 2 quick sips, I'm favoring the Baker's 13 over the Hardin's Creek Owl. Just because if the Hardin's Creek Owl is like, if I'm not going for Booker's, if I'm not going for the high proof, intense big peanuts, and I'm going for something that's going to be like a more tame version of that, I feel like the better, more tame version of that is Baker's 13 over the Owl, because the Owl maintains too much of that Booker's intensity. And it's like, and its intensity in like kind of ethanol, it tastes proofier. Granted, it is just a smidge proofier than the Baker's 13, only by 3 proof points.
Yeah,
but it tastes way more than 3 proof points higher than Baker's 13. So like I like how delicate Baker's 13 is. So I'm favoring that for now. But I'm about to do water.
Nice.
Did you drop your cube on the floor? Is that what you were doing?
Dude, I completely missed. Like from this height, I completely missed. Yeah.
Love it.
That's cool for you. I do like the nose with the little ice though. You know, it's just not blowing my mind, but it's not bad. It's right between the two.
Like you were saying earlier, you were talking about makers.
Mm-hmm.
And it reminded me of my sentiment where like on my scale of 1 to 10 of how good something is, or I don't know, letter scale or whatever, make up your own scale. Makers only exists up to like a B.
They have a limit. Yeah,
maybe even B minus. It's like, and Makers also doesn't drop off on the bad side too. Makers is just always fine in the middle, and I feel like Beam, based on personal preference, goes a little further than Makers in the positive direction. But I can't say I've ever had a Beam that like blew my mind like a Parker's or a BTAC or a something. It's like Beam also seems to not have the ability to put out something that's gonna like blow my mind, but at the same time it's always like super solid. So that's totally how this is shaping up for me too.
So what was, if you were to compare, what was better than Knob 21 for Beam? Was anything better? Like, is there anything you've had besides Booker's Rye, which you're about to try? Is there anything you've had from Beam that was better than Knob 21?
Better. I mean, it's hard. Like I'm trying to process, you know, high proof, high intensity versus low proof, medium intensity, because Knob 21 is a thick boy.
Dude, it's good though.
I think Knob 21, like I can confidently say on a whim that Knob 21 is top 3 beams for me ever. I don't know. There might be a particular Booker's that just has less ethanol than the rest, so I'd be more impressed with that. But 15-year Knob Creek store pick, that's definitely up there too. So probably 15-year 120 proof store pick and Knob 21. Those are two of my top 3 beams ever.
Nice. But like, you look at Buffalo Trace and they got like god tier stuff sometimes. Like, I'm not even joking.
Totally.
Like, but like, I see what you're saying, and I actually really appreciate that distinction. Is like, it's always good. It's never stellar or heavenly, but it's always really good. Yeah,
I totally agree. I'm on ice. I'll tell you, the water don't impress me much.
All right, so you got bourbon.
Caught Cole during a sip so that he couldn't sing when I dropped the Shania Twain line.
I love Shania
Twain. It did kind of take off the intensity a little bit. I might prefer the water pour just a smidge to the neat, but I still prefer Baker's 13 overall.
Nice. I am drinking the water pour. It's not bad whiskey. It doesn't go sour to me. It doesn't go bitter to me. It's not better with ice, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
You don't like it? You get one better for you?
There's an astringent oaky thing with ice that actually I do kind of dislike.
Is it bitter though?
Not too bitter. But the nose.
Bring out my 50-cent joke. Go on.
Oh.
I got 99 problems, but the bitter ain't one.
There you go.
But it didn't work this time. It just didn't work.
Didn't work. Yeah. But you said it anyway.
You gotta
that's all that matters.
Yep.
I am getting a smidge of fruit finally. Like figs, dates on the nose with ice. I wish that existed on the neat, because that'd be super fun for a neat beam nose. But
figs is a good nose. I dig that.
Yeah.
All right. I'm thinking dates. I haven't had a fig in a while. Date. I can get a date note.
Fig.
date.
Wait, what's the difference between figs and dates? Are they like basically the same thing?
Figs are like shaped like garlic cloves or garlic heads.
Really?
And then dates are like, you can get dates in Phoenix area. Like I've seen some date trees or whatever they call them.
Isn't a date literally just a dried plum?
I don't think so. That's a prune. You're thinking of a prune.
Oh, that's totally what I'm thinking of.
Okay. No, I stick with dates.
Yeah, I am sticking with dates too. I didn't mean to say prune, but for some reason I was just thinking about prunes right now because I was thinking about Emma. And Emma eats prunes regularly.
Pruny girl.
She is a pruny girl. Some days she needs to be a little more of a pruny girl, if you know what I mean.
I don't.
Prunes help keep you regular.
Totes. Pruny girl.
Yeah. Some days she's more pruny than others.
I was thinking like, prunes are wrinkled and stuff. I was like, and I was like,
oh yeah.
And it reminded me of my babies when we take a bath and my girls would be like, I have raisin fingers. I love that.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
Dude, I tell you, I'm coming back to neat. I'm nosing the neat, and I do think neat has the best nose overall, I think.
Okay.
Dude, why didn't I
neat myself?
I have a Kentucky Tea Booker's. Dang, maybe I should have. No, actually, I wouldn't have opened that even if I'd thought about it, because that's way too high proof for this. I mean, I'm sure that's like 130. You
should on one of our favorite Discords, you should ISO a sample of that honey baked ham or whatever. Because dude, people rave about that release. It's probably the most famous release of Booker's ever.
Really?
I want to hear what you think when you do it. I said
doo-doo. You keep making me think of the steamed hams from The Simpsons. You remember
that's so funny you mentioned that. I don't know much of The Simpsons. I mean, I do. I've been watching the first few seasons, but like my friend at a job I had previously was like telling me about all, like, people like riff on that all the time. They're like, let me like I saw one that was like the Russian version of the steamed hams episode or something like that. Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah. You've seen the clip, right? And it's like Aurora Borealis in this part of the country, localized entirely in your kitchen.
He's talking about like upstate New York, and he's like, you know what I'm talking about? He's like, no, not Poughkeepsie. I don't know what city he's mentioned, but he's like, not Albany or something like that.
Yeah, definitely overdue for a rewatch on that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my friend could quote the whole thing.
I love it.
Anyway, I'm gonna give this a score. Yeah. I hate to give it a score like this, but it is 8.5. It's good. Good, not blowing my mind, not hubbing or what. I think it's got more positive notes than negative notes for sure, which I don't know what that brings me to in the letter scoring. But that being said, it is good. B-. I'm gonna give it a B- to B.
Yeah,
good.
Totally where I'm at too. Yeah. You shouldn't hate to give it a score that low. Like, frankly, I'm right there with you. And I'm the beam homer. Like, I think, Homer, another Simpsons reference.
Hey,
B-, good. It has more pros than cons. It has some positive, memorable features. I cannot give it the step above, which is well above average, clearly stands out. I don't think this clearly stands out. I think it's just a good, higher proof beam product. So yeah, there's just not much more to say about it than that. I wish that it was thicker. I wish it was oilier. I wish it was more flavorful. So therefore, I wish it was Booker's without as much ethanol. Can't always get what you want, I guess. So yeah, that's where I'm at.
It would have been cool to try this next to the mushroom and the beaver, to see the differences. But you can't win them all. So
this was, in general, across the populace, the owl was regarded as the best of the three.
I did see that actually. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's, that is obviously not a stat. That is a public opinion that I saw widely online. So
Breaking Bourbon told me that though. So
oh, really? Breaking Bourbon reviewed this too?
Breaking Bourbon said next to each other, this was the standout. Yeah.
Oh, really?
It was towards the bottom of the article. Yeah.
Interesting. I'm curious what they rated it to, but obviously that's not important.
All right, we've given our scores. I think it's time for our next segment of the show that we like to call Whiskey World News. All
right, everybody, welcome back. This is Whiskey World News, and today we are letting you know something that's going on in the real world here right now. We got MGP lawsuit. Cole, have you heard about this?
No, tell me all about it.
You might have an interest in this.
Oh yeah. Oh crap, is my name on this?
What?
Don't ask. Keep going.
Okay. Very good. MGP Ingredients, the massive distillery that produces the whiskey for dozens of popular brands, is currently facing a high-stakes class action lawsuit filed by frustrated investors. The core of the legal battle is the claim that MGP executives misled shareholders about the health of the whiskey market. While the company was publicly projecting strong growth, the lawsuit alleges they were actually hiding massive oversupply of brown goods and a cooling demand for bourbon. When MGP finally admitted that the market was saturated and slashed their financial forecasts, their stock price plummeted, wiping out hundreds of millions of dollars in value. MGP is fighting back, moving to have the case dismissed by arguing that the downturn was an unpredictable industry-wide trend rather than a result of corporate deception. They've characterized the situation as a post-pandemic correction where retailers simply had too much inventory on hand. Regardless of the legal outcome, the situation has already triggered major changes, including the sudden departure of their CEO and a complete pivot in their business strategy. For the industry, this lawsuit is a major signal that the bourbon boom may have finally hit its limit. And to actually put some real numbers to this, I will say, the distilling solutions part of their business portfolio, which is 55% of their business, reported these numbers of their revenue for the last 3 years. 2023, 450 million. 2024, 332, which is a 26% decrease from the previous year. So we went down a little bit this year, but 2025, and actually I realize this is just projected revenue. I'm not sure how accurate this ended up being, but 180 to 200 million. 46 to 55% decrease in their revenue from 2024. So 2023 went up 5%, but then it was 26% down, and then it was 50% down into 2025.
Compounded.
So they slid down a little bit, and then they fully corrected down another 50% after that.
So I am interested in this because I still have stock in MGPI, and here's the thing: I bought it with like a cost basis of like 84 a share, I think it was, and it went up to like 120 during a lot of that bourbon boom. And then now it sits at like $24 a share. I've lost thousands of dollars on MGPI. And that's okay. I'm doing well. I am net positive, very net positive for my portfolio. But it was nice to see it when it was 120. And I don't know why I'm still even holding on to it at this point. Something's telling me maybe things will turn around. It's harder to let go of stock than to buy stock for me. But I remember we were talking to Chris Riesbeck at Found North, and he was talking about the downturn in whiskey. And I remember when we were with him at that barbecue place in Phoenix near Chandler, near Gilbert. And we were talking about how the downturn was going around. I'm like, dude, have you seen MGPI? And that week or that month, it had gone from like 100 plus to like 60 or something like that, or maybe even less.
Yeah.
But yeah, now it's like 24 a share, which makes sense with the numbers you were giving. Which reminds me, my dad always told me, and he still tells me, invest in things you understand. And I understand whiskey to a decent extent, and I understand where things were going. But I did not see the bourbon glut, the second bourbon glut, or this current bourbon glut we're potentially seeing, at least not as much as I should have. So you live, you learn. But I have lost thousands of dollars on MGPI. So
yeah, well, at least you're not like a entire business, and your entire business needs the bourbon glut to not happen. You know, like obviously losing thousands of dollars. You and I both, fortunately, wouldn't be, life-changing kind of. You only invest as much as you should, and
exactly.
if your entire business went under because of this, that would just be, I don't know. I can't imagine, all right, here's a tiny parallel to this. It's like, you and I have selected 2 single barrels now. Very good.
We're single barrel people now.
I'm so glad that we never felt the need to try to like be like a single barrel. Hey, let's try to start a thing where we do regular single barrels, and we always have to try to push product because we've got dozens of bottles sitting around from 5 single barrels ago that we got to kick out the door because we got another single barrel coming in next week. It's like, that just sounds exhausting, man. And especially with the decline of the market and people not wanting to buy as much as they used to.
A lot of people getting out of the whiskey.
I don't see how, I don't see how people keep doing that. The people who are doing it, I applaud you. And I hope you can keep it up through the bourbon glut.
Yeah, we fortunately we have worked with 2 distilleries thus far, Driftless Glen and Found North, not distillery, but whiskey companies. And Driftless Glen allowed us to basically pick the amount of cases we wanted to sell, which was really nice of them. And then on the other hand, Found North sells out like crazy. So that wasn't a problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't want to have to like fake to get rid of whiskey. So I'm glad we are that way.
We got another banger, boys. You got to get in here and you got to buy this. It's going to sell out ASAP. Yeah, there's only X% left of this. You got to get in here and buy one of these bottles. They're going to sell out so fast.
That'd be hard. I don't like selling when I don't believe in that product.
I know. Yeah. Totally agree. So I've been sipping the Booker's Rye in this little mid break here between Whiskey World News. Wait, what's that? What you got?
Oh, this is I poured a little more of the Scotch Malt Whiskey Society, but I want to hear what you think of Booker's Rye.
Yeah. It's fantastic. It's definitely what it's got that I really like is a very, very mild menthol presence that lingers for a really long time. And like Saz 18 is one of my favorite ryes. Obviously, that's a extremely different. That's a age stated, very low proof rye. I'm not trying to draw parallels, but what I'll say is that is a fruity, low proof rye, and I'm getting like no fruit on this Booker's Rye. I'm getting a lot of the finish is the most impressive thing about this pour, because the palate notes ramp up but never ever get too strong, too spicy, too menthol, too anything. And then that pleasant level just rides for a very, very long time. So the finish lasting as long as it does, like I feel like I still have wintergreen gum in my mouth.
Nice.
And the last sip that I took was like 3 minutes ago or something. It lingers and lingers in a very, very pleasant, minty menthol way for a long time. And I love that.
I was very young in my whiskey career when I tried Booker's Rye. I was probably only 2 years in. And I remember that being like the definition of candy rye to me. Like it was, I don't remember the menthol, though there probably was a lot of that. I just wasn't as tasting note savvy at the time, but I remember that was like so hard candy rye that I was like, this is incredible. And I remember the finish was amazing. But I remember like mostly the sweetness was not fruity, but it was just hard candy, like almost like a hard caramel or butterscotch, but like in a sharp way. Yeah, that's what I remember that.
Yeah.
I'm glad you could try it. Thanks, Cody Clark.
I know. I've got one more sip left here. Maybe I'll save that till I'm off camera so I can fully just kick back and enjoy. But I will slide now into, since we're sliding.
Before you slide into. I remember when I worked at that bar, that I had like 3 or 4 favorite ryes ever at that point. One was the Booker's Rye, which they missed an opportunity with that. I can assure you that Booker's has 7 to 10 year rye barrels hanging around, and they could have just put it on the Booker's Rye table and just said cast strength rye barrels that we have, throw it in the Booker's Rye. They only did one release, and it was in like 2015 or something like that, 2015 or 2016. And don't get me wrong, it was amazing, but they really missed that opportunity to do a at least yearly Booker's Rye release. But I don't know why they didn't. Secondly, the other 3 ryes that I loved the most at that time were, I did have a personal Willet 7-year MGP barrel that was just incredible. But then the other 2 were Jefferson's 21 and 25 years.
Oh, it's off camera. Oh, there's a Jefferson's 21 right there. The Booker's Rye, man. So that was one of the last ryes. Actually, it was, I think, the last rye that Booker No distilled.
Oh, that's cool. That makes it special.
So I don't know if it changed, if the rye recipe changed from Booker to Fred or whoever, but that's why that's so special. It was the last rye that Booker No ever distilled. So maybe the rye stocks under the new distiller didn't hold up to the old. Maybe, I don't know.
What's the rye standard? Is it a Rittenhouse? It's Rittenhouse, right?
Or no, it's
Heaven Hill. What's that? Rittenhouse is Heaven Hill. Old Overholt is Jim.
Oh yeah.
So like Old Overholt's good. I mean, even their 10-year cast strength is good. Or even 12 this days.
I just did that a day or 2 ago. My buddy Chris gave me a sample of the Old Overholt 12, the new one. And I sipped it next to the Old Overholt 10, and I strongly preferred the Old Overholt 10.
Good.
Because the 10 has more menthol, like mouth tingly after after the finish. Like the 12 was much more subdued. It had a little more fruit. But man, the 10 and the pine tree tingliness of that kind of beam rye is just what I'm all about. And I will say the Booker's Rye, I wasn't getting any pine tree tingly off that either. So
that's interesting. All right. Do we have results from prior weeks of what whiskey would you choose?
We do. We asked you, what whiskey would you choose? New Year's cocktail edition.
And guess who won?
I know, yeah. Cole's Raspberry Sunshine won 56% to my Cranberry Rosemary Sour 44%.
That's some jam to your cocktail. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Got to do that, man. The Raspberry Sunshine. I wonder how many views you got this week.
I saw like 3, so it's not much. But people were like, that sounds delicious. So
I better watch this video first before I go get the ingredients for this. Got some write-ins, though. We asked you, what's your New Year's cocktail you're making this year? We got Kilted 518 Miles Ferguson saying, not sure I have the energy to make one, but if I do, it will be a Sazerac.
Nice.
Got some write-ins from Cody Clark with a picture. Cody Clark's, Cody's Maize Old Fashioned.
Ooh.
Corn is gold. And gold equals good luck for New Year? Question mark?
Yo.
But Cody sent a picture in too. Love the pictures. Thank you very much of all of his beautiful ingredients here. He's got the Trader Joe's cherries.
Nice.
Are those pitted? Man, I know I've had those before and those are good, but man, Luxardo #1 for me, which can be found at Costco sometimes.
So have you ever had it's like Amarena?
No idea.
So it's better than Luxardo. Amarena.
Really?
Cherry. Yeah. Amarena.
Spell it.
I love Luxardo, but Amareno cherries beat Luxardo cherries. AMARENA.
RENA.
They got a white container.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, with the blue. With the blue stuff. It looks very Greek. It looks very Greek in general. Yeah, that's what's in Cody's picture right now. So yeah.
Okay, perfect.
You called it, man. Keeping up with the write-ins. We got Madtown Marketer Ben Klepsik saying bourbon old fashioned slushy. He's making slushies over there for New Year's. I happen to know that it is like 0 degrees in Wisconsin today, so maybe slushies when it's 0 degrees. I guess if you're already that cold, what's a little colder? I guess.
Yeah, you're already warm.
0 degrees might be warming up a little for him. So. And then lastly, we got Off Topic Whiskey saying Gold Rush. And honestly, by now, I should know what a Gold Rush is. Cole, do you know what a Gold Rush is?
I think it involves honey.
Oh,
or is that a bee's knees? I think they both involve honey.
Well, yeah, bee's knees better involve honey. And Gold Rush better involve honey too.
All right, here we go. Ingredients: 2 ounces of bourbon, lemon juice, honey syrup, and lemon twist.
Oh, that sounds great. Love it. But we got a new question for you now. Gosh, which I have not contemplated what my answer is. So I'm going to make you go. Okay. Maybe we'll just pause. No, I'm kidding. Got to do this on the fly. The question is, if you were making a whiskey and you wanted to give it a name that starts with old, what would be your whiskey's name? Your whiskey's name is Old Blank. We got Old Overholt. We got Old. I don't even know.
Yeah.
What is your Old Ferguson? Old Miles Ferguson or
Ferguson.
Old Klepsig. I mean, like at this point, mine's going to be Old Rap. Now I'm just naming last names here.
That would work.
Oh, but I remember
a brand called Old Rap.
I did ask my wife this question earlier, and she had a good answer.
Old Booty.
Old Booty. I might go with that. What do you think, Cole? You thought of anything yet?
I gotta think about it.
All right. While you're thinking, I'll go with Old Booty, and I'll tell everyone the reason why. So Old Booty.
Go ahead.
Bud, Booty Boy, Kitty Boy. It was the name of our cat that unfortunately passed away almost a year ago here. And he was just the most loving, most wonderful cat. And we called him Bood. We called him Booty Boy. And so I might have to go with Old Booty. And the perfect little addition to the story is Pottery Barn was selling this little like Halloween decoration that's like a big stuffed animal that is a cat with a ghost, like a sheet over it, like looking like a ghost. So it's got little like cutouts for eyes and the cutout for the nose, and it's got little ears sticking out at the top. And it's got this big white fuzzy sheet. And Sam had the genius idea to name that Halloween decoration Booty, but like BOO, like a ghost. Booty. BOODIE.
Booty.
So that's what my whiskey brand is going to be. Old BOODIE. Old Booty.
I mean, the answers I've thought of aren't like something I would buy, but I'm like, it would fit me. And the one I stuck with the most in my own head is Old John, and that one is JAWN. So
heck yeah,
Philly John. Yeah,
I love that. That's perfect.
Yeah. Old John.
All right, we'll put it up to a vote. I feel
like Old Jack might be worth. No, but that's Jack Daniels. You'll think about
Old Jack. So. Yeah, no, too close, dude. You get a cease and desist for that for sure.
Exactly, easy. So, yeah, but yeah, that's what I'll go with this week. See if you vote Bryce Marita. If you don't vote Old John, you're out of Philadelphia, and you too, Sean Ciaro. You're excommunicated from Philadelphia. So okay. So next week's gonna be the Chili's. What should we drink?
Everything, anything. Yeah. Honestly, it doesn't matter. We're just gonna chili it up. We're just gonna take sips of this and that. Try to figure out what we like the most.
I like that. Let's do that. All right. After this, we're gonna be doing the reentry buzz, right? Right.
I'm down.
I hope that I catch up a little bit this season. That's all I gotta say.
I hope that Josh H has hung in there because we got a sampler from him that we need to drink.
We do. All right. We'll do that next episode. I hope that I can win this one. I hope that I can kind of skate ahead or at least catch up a little bit. But most of all, everyone, listeners, viewers, friends, and family, we hope that our love of whiskey lifted your spirits.
Yeah. Let me see here. I hope Beacon's in the pool because I want to try that completely blind someday.
And Beacon, I hope that, go ahead.
It is in the pool.
Okay, cool.